gymnastic routine from Prince Naseem Ahmed. Here's your MC for the night. It's Mike Goodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is being sanctioned and conducted under the rules of the World Boxing Council, whose supervisor at ringside is Mr. Simon Block of London. The British Boxing Board of Control steward is Lord Brooks of Tremorfa, and the officials appointed for this contest by the WBC are the judges at ringside, Daniel van der Wiel of Belgium, Mr. John Coyle of Wolverhampton. The referee in charge of the action, who also scores the contest, is Mr. Mickey Van from Leeds. The timekeeper, Mr. Gordon Pape of Swansea, and the matchmaker, Mr. Ernie Fossey of London. My lords, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday night is Big Fight Night, live on ITV. And tonight from the National Ice Rink Cardiff, Frank Warren and the Sports Network present the Grand Slam of 4 championship contests for 5 titles, sponsored by Empress Car Sales, and proudly present a contest of 12 3-minute rounds for the WBC International Super Bantamweight Championship. Between introducing the boxers, fighting from the red corner, coming from the Dominican Republic, a professional record from 18 contests of 17 wins with just 1 draw, 7 wins coming by way of KO. He's the former undefeated IBF Intercontinental Bantamweight Champion, the challenger for the title, Laureano Ramirez. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the leopard trunks, coming from Sheffield and the Yemen. He is undefeated in 14 contests, 12 contests coming by way of KO. He comes to the ring this evening, the undefeated Bantamweight Champion of Europe and the International Super Bantamweight Champion, making his first defence of the title. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince Naseem Ahmed. At the official weigh-in, Ramirez went scaled 8 stone 7 3/4 pounds. Ahmed 8 stone 10 pounds. The WBC International Super Bantamweight Championship.
So the pre-fight formalities are over. Let's join your big fight commentary team. It's Jim Watt, and he's alongside the maestro. Good evening to Reg Guttridge.
Well, there it is there. The referee, Mickey Van, he won't stand for any nonsense here, but he was quite controlled by his standards, actually, in that Naseem had. Compared with you, Bank, he's little Lord Fauntleroy, I think. But certainly got an unusual gum shield there. White in the middle, and I think it's black and red. Difficult to tell. Looks a bit like Bugs Bunny when he does a smile as he can down the aisle there. Now, it's all putting the puzzle together, this jigsaw with this boy, whether he really is the real thing. He's certainly beginning to look like it, so let's see how Ramirez, who can't be that bad if he's unbeaten, can give us any answers. Well, that was the point. In the gymnasium here, we checked on Ramirez. He sparred orthodox, but it was said he was a southpaw. Ahmed actually asked me that, and I said I wasn't sure, but I think he is. And he said, good, because I like fighting southpaws. I think he likes fighting anybody. The money's good, and he loves the acclaim. And as Barry McGuigan was saying, his last show with another fighter from the Dominican Republic, Freddie Cruz, was absolutely brilliant. I don't know whether this fellow will provide answers, because he's never really been in with major names, although he held an IBF version of what's called a sort of intercontinental title. That's the one below the major title. So although he sparred orthodox in the gymnasium, apparently is a natural southpaw, this fellow.
See, I think we need to see Hamed against a fighter who's on the up, whose career is rising, who really fancies the game. His last 2 victories have been tremendous, and the manner of them has been really breathtaking, but you have to see him against someone who really still fancies the game. It was 2 men who had been well past their best, so it'd be nice to see Hamed against somebody. Maybe Ramirez can answer a few questions here. He looks lively enough, and he's making the Hamed miss, so he's certainly sharp enough.
Certainly Ramirez's hairstyle looks handy for him, Jim, almost like a head guard, the thickness of that hair. Oh well, just one of them from one of the older school. But he got down to business so well in Sheffield, didn't he, Hamed, and hoping he's going to keep that. And, you know, all the tricks he does, it's very attractive, and he can pull it off, and it's marvellous the way he gets away from punches all the time, a real Houdini job.
Yeah, he has tremendous reflexes. I mean, he does things that you wouldn't want boys in the gymnasium to do, but he's so good at doing them, he gets away with it. Tremendous reflexes. But he's missing, and he's not bullying Ramirez. He's not managed to bully this man in the first minute or so, so maybe a couple of questions will be answered.
Well, there's one thing for sure, the world crowd are not particularly on his side. They cheered the Dominican Republic guy there, who incidentally lives in Barcelona actually now. First visit to Britain. When he stands his ground there, Jim Hamed, you know, he's really such a competent boxer. He doesn't need all the frippery to go with it.
Yeah, but I suppose if you want to become a big name like in the entertainment world, you need a little bit extra, and I think he's got that.
Just a short, sharp word there from the referee, Mickey Van, back to your corner. So he's been with Brendan Ingle now, Hamed, since he was 7 years old. He loves the game. He's always in gymnasiums, trains very hard indeed, goes and watches his pals. He's just in love with boxing and success at the age of 20. There he is. Make me look pretty for the cameras. I bet he's saying that. Remember, he's not been beyond the 6 rounds. 11 fights inside 4 rounds, this fellow. Super bantamweights, 8 stone 10 pounds, 122 pounds. That's between bantam and featherweight. It's almost like the diptych pencil he was using there. It's a bit unusual. So second round then. Going to try and do his usual catch-as-catch-can job here, Hamed, Jim.
Yeah, he's just trying to draw a lead at the moment. That's what he's doing. Yeah. But in his last 2 fights against quality opposition, he's managed to bully the opposition right from the first bell. In the European fight, he floored the opponent straight away as the first bell rang. Well, he hasn't done that here. A fairly quiet start by his own standards, but he's not been hit. He's just a little bit untidy.
It's amazing, he has no occupational fear at all, is he?
He's not getting his own punches home yet.
I don't think this fella cares anything about the showbiz side. He wants to get on with it.
Well, his movements are sharp enough. The couple of times Hamed has tried to draw him into a mistake, he's managed to pull his head out of range. So at least his movements are sharp enough, so Hamed is going to have to go looking for this fellow. Step up a little bit closer.
Oh, he meant that one, didn't he? Just a little touch of the needle there, Hamed. So no, if that's the way you want it. Oh, good shots, Jim, aren't they?
Well, once he goes to work, you always get the feeling he can do it when he decides it's time. But, a couple of points in this fight, he's looked a little bit untidy.
Jim, that was the sort of shot that he caught Freddie Cruz with that turned the whole fight, that lead uppercut.
Yeah, but Ramirez is still moving nice and sharply.
Yeah.
He's not managing to land any counters, but he's making Hamed miss. So at least he's going to draw out a kind of decent performance from him. Hamed's stepping a little bit closer now, trying to get that jab on target.
It's almost in slow motion, that, isn't it? Look.
I'm just trying to draw the lead.
See, the crowd will go, I knew they'd do that.
Second zone.
Into the third round. Very little at the start of the opening round, hardly a clean punch landed, but there was just a spell there from Hamed. He tries to knock people out with every punch he throws. So that's why he's sort of taken his time. We've seen him do this in longer distance fights before. This old lad Ramirez at 28, he boxed in the Los Angeles Olympics, I think you remember that. He got to the quarter-finals. He didn't turn pro till he was 23.
The thing is, Ramirez hasn't shown an awful lot of ambition himself in the first couple of rounds. I think he realises this early just how difficult it is to catch Hamed. But if he wants some success, he's going to have to step in himself and try to get these punches off. He's a little bit apprehensive with his own punches, Ramirez.
Well,
he's just poking that right hand out. That's not, you couldn't call that a jab.
He knew what happened to his countryman, Freddie Cruz.
That was better.
Oh, that was better.
That was better.
You see, now he took a decent shot. Oh, that was naughty. A definite push there.
The referee,
the crowd don't like that.
The referee has got to do something with that. I mean, that was both elbows in his face almost. That was outrageous. Mickey Van has to have a word with him about this.
Yeah, I said from the start, he won't stand for it. He handled the Bruno and Lewis fight. He's handled many top world championships. So he said to him, okay, he's given him as long enough rest as he wants. Oh, now we're going to get a little bit of spite entering into it now.
Yeah, I think he lost his temper a bit there. I think he's annoyed himself. He knows by his own standards that this is not his best for him. So far he's been able to back up his boast, and I'm sure he probably will do here, but I'd like to see it just a bit cleaner. He's moving to quality stuff. And that was the best punch he's landed so far. That was a good little solid. Another one, same punch. Oh, he's turned away. He doesn't want it, this guy, does he? What's happened there? I don't know if I took it. I get the impression there is it's possible a tooth has been loosened with that punch. Really? Oh, well, that wasn't it. His jaw was loosened with that. And he just flopped over there like wet laundry falling on the floor, but there was something wrong with his tooth there. No, he doesn't want it. I thought he didn't. Yeah, I get the impression that tooth is... He's quit in the third round. Well, he didn't expect that, and we didn't expect that. I suppose Hamed says, yes, I did expect that. But Jimmy, you were quite right. It looked as though he had a problem with the tooth there as he turned away. It must hit with some strength, this guy, you know. I mean, he's a rough old customer, Ramirez. He's been around a bit and unbeaten. Admittedly, as I said at the start, not with major names, but a good old pro. There, our dad gives him a crest as well. Yeah, well, probably not his smoothest performance, but when you don't box your best, it's nice if you can finish it with one shot, and that's exactly what he's done. The finishing shot was a beauty. The punch that set it up looked to me, the way he looked away and pointed to his mouth, it was as though maybe a tooth had been loosened with that shot. This is the one, bangs it. That was right in the mouth, and that's when he turned away, and it's quite possible there was some damage to maybe his tooth with that punch. I'm not sure, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah, the referee did well there, but turned him round and, you know, made sure that he wanted to carry on. He couldn't just stop it because he had his back to the opponent.
Yeah, well, I think after that punch, he didn't really want to go on. The finishing punch was a beauty.
Well,
bang.
bingo, he had
That
no
was a
option
beauty.
there, did he? The lights were out for it. Soon recovered, mind you. But this kid can punch, Jim.
Oh yeah, see, he has natural power. If you look at the strength he has in his legs and the way he sets himself, and when you look at Hamed's legs, you see he can go up a couple of divisions, and once he fills out a bit.